doing? Okay, so I'm just checking this. I'm just going to quickly send this to the group. There we go. Of course, when I went to go use my other phone, it was pretending like the live was not there. You know how technology go. But I want to do it on my other phone so I wouldn't shake this one. Okay, nail squad. I'm hoping everybody is doing amazing. I can't believe we're already Tuesday. Like that weekend just left our soul. Okay, almost done. This made me send it individually this time. You gotta love technology. Okay, now, without further ado, we can get into the magic. I think I sent it to everybody. Yep, perfect. Okay, so let's move this little girl some. There we go. Okay, so we are doing such a fun look today. I actually saw this on Pinterest. Like this very fun optical illusion spiderweb nail. Now this is by 323 Cherry, which I love her work so much. So if you guys are not following her, make sure you're following her. And this is actually a recreation of a set that she did in 22. So I was already losing it over this. So gorgeous. So yeah, we're going to get into all of that magic. I also wanted to give some fun twists. So this is Madame Glam's reflective polish from Christmas. And if you look, the flash reflective is so gorgeous. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing, honey bun? So I thought that might be like a fun twist to add. And we're going to be using their pudding gels because whew, their pudding gels just melt. And I think it would be absolutely perfect for this set. How are you doing, Lisa, sweetie? Okay, let me just grab some gloves. Of course, grab some extra ones because this is probably going to be a little messy. There we go. It's like safety first, kids. So I did set these, or size these rather, so they would be able to fit my phalanges. Oh, I'm so glad you're doing well. Hi, Mama. How are you doing, sweetheart? It is so late for Mama right now, so thank you so much for coming in, honey. Hopefully, I will be the ASMR of your dreams. You can just fall asleep to the sound of your sister. Okay, so please bear with me. I'm just going to take a quick drinky poo here. Just saw there's all these something on my cup here. There we go. Crisis averted. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I just thought I'd leave this here so as I'm putting things in to cure, at least we have some kind of eye, something for the eyes, if you will. Okay, let's get on close here. So again, for anybody that's just joining, this is the stunning set that we are going to be recreating. Now, I'm not doing it on stilettos. I'm actually doing it on these gorgeous tapered stilettos that Mama Does Nails sent over. These are E-Nail Couture. So, but we're going to be using these pudding gels. And let me tell you, these pudding gels are so delectable. They are absolutely perfect. It did not want to focus there. They're absolutely perfect for ombres, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Hi, Priya. How are you doing, beautiful sissy? I do apologize when we open up this white pudding gel. Y'all are going to see it is a mess in there, but that is okay. These are really seamless for blending, and that's what we're going to be doing when you're creating any kind of ombre. Oh, I was hoping I would have my little tweezers so I wouldn't have to get my hands all dirty here, but just try to pop this open. That looks like venom right there. That's the black pudding gel. We are venom. And then you're gonna see the mess I was talking about with this white pudding gel, but that's okay. It's well loved. Oh, thank God, just stayed up there for me. Well loved, but these are so creamy, and that's why I wanted to use them. They're really, really lovely. So I actually just grabbed 2 of my application brushes here. Just give it a little wipey poo. So I just grabbed 2 Madam Glam because I don't want to have to be switching out constantly. It's going to get a little bit annoying for the 2 colors. So we will have to do some wipes. So I did pre-cut some kitchen towel for that as well. Oh, I hope you guys are doing amazing. I just love anytime I get to hear my sissies. Oh my goodness. I just had a message come in from Danelle's hubby and I just melted. It was really cute. Okay, so let's get into the magic. I'm just so happy to be here with my nail family. Okay, so white, and then just trying to look, because I do want to have the core as she did. So she did start off, and you usually do 2 layers. So that's going to be white on the right hand side and then black on the left. My gosh, sometimes I giggle at this stuff being, it's almost, what's it called? Like it has its own static cling almost. It's crazy. Okay, so the very first one too, I don't worry about it being overly perfect. Thank you guys for coming in. Because we are going to be doing a second one, so this is more to kind of get that foundation base, but the second layer is extremely important, and that's where you want to make sure it's as clean as possible, because that is going to be the base of your design. So if you kind of go in all crazy, you're not going to be happy. But again, this one you don't have to freak out, because you're just laying the foundation. Oh my goodness, hello Althea. She said hello. Hello beauties. So again, I'm just laying down the white on each one. Again, I'm going to be using 2 of these application brushes just to try to avoid having to like overly clean the brushes. But you're going to see when we start blending, I'm going to have to wipe. But is this not, this pudding gel, the consistency is so beautiful. The coverage is lovely. So these are really, really dreamy. Oh my goodness, Priya, you're at Mom's? Oh, please give Mom all my love. Did you mention that gel polish to her? Because I'm going to be doing my video very soon on that magic. But I don't want to like mention it in this live because I want it to be a surprise. But I know you'll understand what I'm talking about, especially if you're with your mom. But there's a really cool product I'm going to get to review, and it's actually a Canadian company, which shocked me because I rarely find gel polish companies in Canada. So I was really excited about that. This is laying down so beautifully. Aw, she's already, please give her all my love. And I have Mama's voice in my head because she always says when you're working on these stands sometimes it's so easy to forget the sides of the nail. But this almost gives like that Russian almond feel where it's like you definitely have to look at the side of that nail. Okay, so I laid down that first one. Now we're going to go with the black. I do not want to waste any product, so I'm just going to pop that in my little holder. And so now we're dipping into Venom. No, this is just a black pudding gel, but it is definitely giving me Venom vibes. We are Venom. Very delicious stuff, though. I love pudding gels. It's so cute because it is my mom's favorite. And whenever I do a video with pudding gel, she just screams the whole time. I definitely have to put together a package for her with some pudding gels so she can try them herself, because she just loses it over anything. As soon as I'm doing a review, she's like, "Is it pudding gel? Please let it be pudding gel." Like, she gets so excited. Okay, and again, as I was saying for this one, you don't have to worry about it being overly perfect because the second coat is that where you have to definitely be very careful. Okay, now I already have it, of course, on my hands. Never a dull moment. Let me quickly I just don't want to transfer this like little CSI moments everywhere. So periodically I am going to be cleaning up the phalanges. This is also how you don't use a bunch of disposable gloves, which again, having to change them out here and there is not a problem, but I do try to avoid just taking them off. And I usually put them to a seconds pile as well. I'm just going to wipe this because I can guarantee it's contaminated. Give that a little wipe on that kitchen towel I was talking about. Then just keep on keeping. Get some more of that. But the opacity on it is just absolutely delicious. No matter what time it is in the world where you are, I hope that you are having the best day or evening. It is almost dinner time here, but honestly, since the start of Halloween and all of that fun stuff, I haven't been able to get this design out of my head. So here we are together making optical illusion art. So Gina just popped in. Hi, Gina. She said, "Hey, lovelies, out to eat with Hubs and Katybug, but I saw the notification and wanted to say hi." Oh, I can't wait to see you in the replay, and I just hope you guys have the best meal. Thank you so much for popping in, sweetheart. Okay, let's grab this. Again, these are all wet, so I am trying to be careful. That's why I'm going to have to clean off my gloves a bunch of times, because it will be inevitable. Things will be touched. But I'm trying to be very careful. And also with this, because it has such a great viscosity and it doesn't flood the cuticles and things like that when you're working on it, be very careful. Like if you apply too much pressure, you're going to have a buildup in one area. And that's where you can kind of get like ridges and stuff. So that's also why you see me going very slow, just trying to build that up nicely without creating those ridges. This is feeling very Cruella de Vil. I'm loving it. Right, Priya? The pudding gels are so fun. And I know sometimes because we have so many different nail goodies, it's so easy to have your favorite maybe gel polish and just stick with that. But especially for when you're doing ombres and stuff you just want effortlessly to kind of fit together, this is kind of the best product because it really does seamlessly blend. So I'm just, of course, laying down them colors, and we're about to get into the blend part. But again, for this one, you don't have to crazy worry. It's the next coat that is really going to be that money maker, so we'll have to be very careful with that one. And the really fun part is, like, when you're blending, if you notice that it's going too far over, you can also additionally add color, and that's why I've kept the separate brushes as well, because the likelihood is we're gonna need to do that. So I'm gonna start off with that lighter brush here. I just love you guys are chit-chatting in the comments. That makes me so happy. Just trying to add a little bit of white to here before I finish with the blending. I had some extra on the brush. So I'm just giving a gentle wiggle just to kind of try to merge everything together. And what's really fun about this design specifically is you do want those almost like those gray tones. So you do want to make sure you are really blending these together. Oh, you're so cute. Just gonna add a little bit of white back in there. And that's what I love with this pudding gel. You can really effortlessly blend. Some hair tried to get up in the chat, so I just wiped that. And again, when you go in with that second coat, you're really gonna have that pop. But this is just about laying those colors down. So don't make it go crazy. Just move on to the next girl. But you're gonna really see that come together. This is such a fun design. I'll also show, I did 2 quick ones just to test pudding gel versus regular polish. So this is the pudding gel and this is just the regular cream. And I did them super fast, so they're not the neatest, but you can see this blend here is so seamless, and that's really what we're going for. So this is the really fun part. Sorry, y'all, I'm one of the most clumsiest people you'll meet, so I was just moving one of the sheets because knowing me, I will put my whole sweater down into some polish and then cry about it. So these polishes are so opaque that it is quite unforgiving when you make a mistake. Very unforgiving. And just remember, if you go this way, flip this, because you're gonna have some not so fun things happen if you go the reverse way. You want to go with that ombre. Not against it. Bye, sweetheart. Love you. Enjoy your meal. Yeah, so you always just double check that so that you're not going in that opposite direction. As you guys can see, Madam Glam's application brush is so smooth. So you'll get the look you're going for every time. I always wish that they let you play music, but I know that that is the fastest way to get things, issues with copyright, so let's not do that, but it'd be nice to play some music. I have an audiobook app that I've been listening to, and it's been so relaxing getting to transport to all these different, I'm very much like a fantasy gal, so if I can have things with castles and dragons and all of the things, I love that. Or supernatural stuff like werewolves and vampires, all of the fun things. Just really fun. So usually if I'm filming, usually have one of those books playing as I create. Ooh, 13 souls in here. Thank you guys for giving thumbs up. 13 is my favorite number. Do you know in this December, we actually get a Friday the 13th? So there's like a Nightmare Before Christmas. I heard that and it made my soul so very happy. So I can see a few fuzzums in that thumb, but again, we're gonna go in, so I'm not gonna make my mind go crazy. Just gonna pop that in the cook. Then we're gonna go in for that second one. Ooh, Lisa, you started watching Supernatural again? Oh, that just makes me so happy. The Winchesters, those boys, man. I think that is one of my favorite series in the whole wide world. And I haven't done a Supernatural set, so I keep teasing Mama Does Nails that we need to do a special collab, because that was one of the first things that we bonded over was Supernatural. So I kept saying to her, you know, we got to do a very Sam and Dean, you know, inspired. But have you seen, well, obviously you've seen probably all of the seasons. Have you seen the Christmas episode of Very Supernatural Christmas with the pagans and the evil wreaths? Girl, that was like right up my alley. I was so very happy. Just gonna quickly clean this brush off because we're gonna dip it back into the white, and I don't want to contaminate that. There are so many just amazing episodes of that series, though. They did a very good job with it. So with the optical illusion, once you have, like, we're going to do one more coat of this just to pump up that vibrancy. This first coat is really just about getting that base down. But after you finish that and have cured, we're going to actually switch these and do the opposite. Oh my goodness. Tally just said, don't be shy. Hand over the Nightmare Before Christmas ones. You want to just steal these? You're so cute. I do make press-ons if you ever want one. I do sell them. And Lisa is melting my soul. She's like, yeah, a hot mess Christmas. Those, I don't even know what you want to call them. The old ones, because they had been around for centuries, they were very scary. They looked like nice little neighbors. They were not nice. Like, they were not good. Just gonna pop up any kind of excess and put that on some of the other nails. You see where we're getting the vibrancy now, though? So that is where we had to kind of pump up the color. That's why I said, especially for that first coat, never be worried about the vibrancy, because you're going to get it on this one. Dana August Nail said, I'm on season 14. Jack has killed Mary because you know what is messing with Honestly, Mary Winchester, I felt so bad for her because I'm like, you know, you got to come back, and then of course, you know, things are never going to just be smooth and easy in the supernatural realm. You know, there's always going to be some kind of yellow-eyed demon trying to come up and mess with you and yours. And I am going to make sure before I go in with the secondary one, I just redefine any of those areas, because as I was saying again, this is a thicker polish and you can have it where it begins to, oh, let me just double check. It tried to censor Lisa, but Lisa's not saying anything bad. Oh my gosh. Right? I agree, Lisa. Oh my goodness, I'm just so happy Fam is in here. You guys get it. And now I really want to, after this live, go watch Supernatural. I'm always looking too for new Supernatural shows. It's been a tough hunt, but I have found some really good Korean dramas that are also supernatural, like Sweet Home, Hellbound. There's been a few that have been super juicy. Okay, we're getting that nice color now. Again, because these are all wet, I am trying to be very careful and not let my clumsiness drop any of these. We definitely do not want that. But do you see how nice it's laying? That's why I really like this pudding gel. It's really nice for backgrounds and stuff too, like when I'm doing character art. Pudding gel is the business to lay down those colors, especially if you're ombreing like a sunset or sunrise. It's really effective and really pretty. But yeah, as I was saying, I was always searching for new stuff, so I saw Wolfpack recently with the sisters. That was very well done. Wolf Like Me, that was also really, really, really well done. Aw, thank you, beautiful. Yeah, I had to quickly show the swatches again, because I do know when some people are watching the first step, they're like, why does that look so muddy? But again, it's just really important to lay those colors so you can get that sharp pop. Okay, let's move on to the white. Of course, I need to clean this. I done already switched my brushes. Of course I did. Like, I'm going to get 2 brushes. It's going to make things so easy the moment we start ombreing. Ooh, the brushes have become a mixture. I am going to use acetone because that's one of the... I know some people hate it for eating their brushes, but I actually don't find an issue with the metal brushes as much as when you have plastic brushes. Oh, no? So this is really fun for when you're doing optical illusion. So essentially you start off with your first base ombre, cure that, and then reverse the colors. Then you can carve in any kind of design you want. But it's because I'm recreating this beautiful design by 323 Cherry. So, you know, we had to lay down the foundation, but of course I've already messed my brushes, so I'm just going to quickly clean that. Stop. Then we're going to redefine the shape before we do the other coats, but this one doesn't really matter. Now, the technical best way to clean your brushes is with base coat, but for me, I want something that's like super fast drying. I don't even know if you can see that. Super fast drying so that I can dip back into my product here. So that's kind of why I don't really want to potentially muddy or do a concoction mixture if I if I try to do that. So that's why we are, and I'm pretty much accepting the fact that it does take some of the life away from your brushes. But again, I'm not worried. If I have to get some new tools, I will. But so far, I've been doing this for the past 3 years, and I didn't mess up any of my really fancy brushes. So that's definitely something that is heartbreaking if you mess up one of your nice brushes. Literally can hear everything stop. It's just like, no. No. It's just Auntie Buddy. She'll be right back. He can hear the door close and he just went, excuse me. My human, I can hear sounds. So this is kind of what you want to see before you begin to melt them. But again, I'm going to lay down the color on all of them first. Can't tell you how happy I was when I showed my partner the two swatches, one being like the cream polish and then the other one being this. And she told me that this was the smoothest, and I was like, haha, that's what I thought, but I needed that second opinion. I'm still really loving the Corella vibes. I definitely have to get more white pudding gel. I didn't realize. Must be the pudding gel I use the most. I do really love using them for clouds. Oh gosh, they're so dreamy. Before I start blending these, I'm going to quickly clean my my gloves because, girl, I'm already a mess just from touching the sides. And then, as I was saying, CSI investigation. Next thing you'll see black fingerprints everywhere. The nail tech did it. She poisoned them. She put monomer in that drink. You know, like the whodunits. Nail tech edition. Oh my goodness. Let's hope nobody's poisoning anybody. Right? You clean with acetone, swipe, and then condition with base. Yes, I do that as well, honey bun. Just usually, like, so for all of my character art, I do that. But for this step right now, I've just been cleaning with the good old... Once I'm not afraid to, like, contaminate back in there, I definitely do the same. But I remember, actually, when I first started nails, you were one of the first channels I watched, and you were doing, like, a brush cleaning. And I was so grateful for all the knowledge that you bestowed on us. You're always speaking facts, though. If anybody's not following Miss Dana August Nails, what are you doing? A follow is free, and you'll get nothing but all of the knowledge. She's extremely talented. Just gonna, I'm so sorry, my heart just, see? Whoop! My heart just left my body. I almost got this on my sweater. I don't know what's wrong with me, because like I always wear my favorite sweaters while I'm painting. Like, I don't think I'm going to get myself all messed up. But I am going to have that foresight and quickly clean up my damn gloves before I start touching things, as I was saying. Getting everything dirty. It was so funny. I was doing one of my friend's nails, and I cleansed her nails, and she's like, I have really bad OCD. Let me tell you, every time you cleanse my nails, it makes me so happy. I'm cleansing it for the both of us, because the likelihood is if I do not cleanse this, we are going to have a problem. This is one of my favorite parts. Like, is that not just so fun to watch? Okay, let's get one of the Bounty, the quicker picker-upper. So I do try when I'm like repetitively swiping to clean it off some, because it is really easy to get like too muddy, if you will. And we don't want that. We want nice ombre, but we don't want it to be muddy. But do you guys see how like easy those blend together? So it is really fun to do this technique with the pudding gels. Lisa's like, I love you, stop wearing your favorite clothes. I know, I need to. I got Madame Glam's red, their perfect red, on my really nice expensive ass sweater. Oh my god. Let's just say your girl was devastado. I was just like crying real tears, like, you know, that Cry Me a River moment? Yeah, it was happening. Yeah, and don't be afraid to kind of move her around to get your perfect ombre. Oop, I see a Captain Fluff. To be honest, I actually might even take off this sweater, because Lord have mercy, it is getting warm. Whew. Guess it's just the nail art that's getting the heat up, the heat spikes. I just think this is a really fun, you can do this with any kind of color that you choose, but this is a really fun design. Like for any time of year, but especially Halloween. It's like super fun. As soon as this goes in the cooker, I'm definitely taking this sweater off. Not just because I'm clumsy, but also it's really hot. It's honestly, it's the ring light. The ring light will get you every time. I have one of those really heavy duty ring lights as well, so she'd be creating a spotlight on me. This nail's so tiny for my little pinky finger. Oh my goodness. So pretty though. Oh, okay, so Lisa, actually, it's been so beautiful. Where I'm living now in British Columbia, we basically only have 2 seasons. So it's either going to be our version of winter, which is just a lot of rain, or summer. So it has been raining like way more than usual because again, we're getting into our winter months, but we've had a couple days that feel like summer. So today I was out walking my fur nephew and I was so happy, like basically singing. It was so beautiful. The birds were chirping, and by birds I mean crows, because we have crows like they're going out of style. That is our bird. Like a lot of people have like seagulls and stuff. For us, it's definitely the crows. So the crows were having a whole party today when I was out there. How about you, sweetheart? How has the weather been for you, love? Okay, so again, you can faff with these until you find that they're perfect, but the moment that you go in with now the design, you're gonna have all of the perfection and more. You're gonna see everything come together. I am gonna go over this little guy one more time, because you do want it to be as centered as possible with that merge of like kind of the 50 Shades of Grey, that soft gray coming through. Oh, it's literally perfect. And my idea, Lisa, is like that sweater weather, but at the same time where it gets hot enough that you got to take off that sweater. So we kind of have like the best of both worlds where the sun is shining, it's perfect, but it's not too hot. So it's just like that ideal time. I am going to take, ooh, I'm sorry. Almost hit you guys. I hit you, you moved and there's a knife, I swear. I swear, guys, it's just because it's Halloween. It looks so violent. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just going to give my little phalanges a moment to have a little air dry, and then I'm going to put some more gloves back on. But again, this kind of design I'm going to show you for anybody that's just popping in. It is messy but effective. So when you're dipping into all of these paints, pudding gels, etc., it can be a little bit messy, but it's worth it. The payoff is going to be everything. I am going to quickly clean off my brushes again, because the brush we've been ombreing with is quite muddy. Lisa said it's cooling down here, but see, that's my ideal right there. It's so beautiful. I feel like because of my condition, I run like really warm all the time, and I think that's why I like that happy medium weather, because I'm already like burning inside, so I don't want it to be even hotter. That does not work. Okay. I'm so very happy it's been cooling down too, because during like the hottest part of our months, I couldn't even have a little bit of acetone in a bowl. It was essentially evaporating faster than I could use it, which was crazy. So I am very grateful that we're kind of going into that cooler period. Because even our cool, it doesn't get frigid. Last year we only had 2 snow days. Like, this is completely different than when we lived in Ontario and the weather was all over the place. Oh, Lisa, I'm just looking through your messages. I love you so much, sweetheart. You're an angel. And speaking of all of that magic, I'm going to take off the sweater before I do something I can't come back from. Because black is very unforgiving if you get it on something. Okay, so I'm just going to move these little pots for a moment because I am going to quickly give these a light cleanse, and then I'm also going to shape them for anything that might have kind of affected the shape, which it's not going to be anything crazy, but I still want to make sure we got our babies sharp. And then as well, I never took the nub off of there, so just going to give that. And as you guys can see, that kind of gives the illusion of when we put that top coat, just everything really gets smoothed together. I'm like, I don't want to get little fuzzums everywhere, but I guess it's okay. I usually try to use my new little Melody Susie. Let me see if I can just put a paper towel. There we go. So I'm like, this is just gonna be very messy. Little dusties everywhere. Again, if you work clean, you are gonna be so very happy when you're finished. That's why I was saying I was kind of cleaning as I went and making sure my gloves were staying clean, because it's those little things that will get you in your CSI investigation. I can't. I always giggle because when you want to talk about a crime scene, whenever I use glitter, I swear it's like a calling card. It's everywhere. You can't play around with that. Thank you guys so much for coming into today's design, though. I really, from the time I saw this, I couldn't get it out of my mind. And I was going to just film, but I think it would be far more effective to kind of do a nailed it. So for anybody that might not be able to be in this live, I'll do a quick nailed it, but at least I'll have the full set to also show, because I find that that's like way more impactful as well. And again, this step is optional, but because we're going to be going in with one of the final parts of the base design, I don't want to have to do this after and potentially mess up shape and all of that magic. I can't believe we were already almost at Halloween. This month has gone by so incredibly fast. I've also been dealing with some not so fun health stuff, so that's made it go by even faster, but I'm just like, how are we already here? So not to be not to be funny, but my Halloween content is totally going to go into November, because there's no way everything that I wanted to do I was able to do this month. Like, not with the fact that we are basically, we are in the last week of October already. So that's crazy. Even when I received the advent calendar and whatnot, I was just thinking in my head, how are we already at like the end of the year about to be doing like Christmas stuff? Like that's crazy to me. Oh my gosh, this little Pinky is so dainty and adorable. I cannot. She's so cute. And again, like before I do the top coat, if I have to do a small redefining is okay, but I just didn't want to have to do the big part of it at the end, because again, it affects everything. Okay, so now we just gotta give this a cleanse and we can continue with the fun stuff. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you for all of the love and hearts. You guys are amazing. We literally have the best corner of the internet filled with so much love and positive vibes. So I am probably, not gonna lie, let's move this again as the dust is flying everywhere. I'm probably gonna give this 2 cleanses just to be sure, because again, we're gonna be going in with that gel and I do not need a contamination station. You okay, kid? It's 15 minutes to your food. I promise you, when the alarms go off, that I will let you out, okay? You're not gonna be trapped without your yummy goodness, okay? I would never do that to you. He's like standing at the door looking at me like, you know what time it is, girly pop. Don't mess with me. Dogs and schedules, man, they don't play. Like, no way. Okay, so I do apologize. I am gonna do one more round of this because she was dusty. She was extra dusty. Don't cry, baby boy. I'm gonna let you out in just a second. And again, I'm just cleansing with ISO. It's good for all of the things. I swear, if you are a nail artist, a nail tech, or enthusiast, and you do not have alcohol or kitchen towel, paper towel, it's like, what universe? Like, what are you trying to do here? Because these are very important items in the nail world, especially when we're talking about tacky inhibition layers and all of these things. For certain designs, you have to cleanse the nail. Even certain matte designs, before you go in with your pigments, you've got to cleanse it. It just depends on the product. Sorry guys for this squeakiness, but at least we know she's clean. She's a clean girl. What I also love, the uniformity of this, is it's so nice to lay down these. I love you, Lisa. You're like, preach, girl. Okay, so I'm just gonna give that a second to dry, and then we're gonna go right back into all of the fun stuff. Just break me off a piece of this bounty, this bounteous roll. You guys are totally making my day today. I also, so the beautiful Priya sent over some of the coolest charms I've ever seen. So I did pull some of these just in case. For instance, this skeleton, like, look how stinking precious that is. So I have all sorts of goodies here that are of the gothic variety. She even gave me some spiders, some spitters. I can let you out, little man, 1 second. So there's some really fun stuff here. Even, I love this. This is like starburst with black diamonds. I'm here just in the bath. Priya, I'm singing your praises right now for all these little gorgeous charms you sent over. And is this the same melty heart? I have one of them. Is this the melty heart you were talking about? It's nearly 1 a.m. I'm so sorry. That's late. I'm happy you're here, but also like, damn, sissy. The melty heart. So I found them. I have another color. It's like a pink. Okay, can we have a moment for the opacity there? That's crazy. I don't know what was in there, but we're just going to swipe that away. Like, not today, Felicia. Trying to contaminate the bunch. Didn't ask for all that. Just gonna load a little bit of this onto the other sections. I'm gonna let you out, honey. You're not gonna miss your food. I promise you, I would never let that happen. He's like, but I'm in here. How are they gonna know? They're gonna know. So this is where we're gonna do the opposite side. And that's where you're gonna get this like really gorgeous pop. And the design you do, like for the optical illusion, it's really completely up to you. Ooh, it seems that I have an encapsulated fluff, so hopefully that bump doesn't mess with things too much. But I might have to give that a light buff. Oh, that's me getting too much into the groove. I put them on the proper side. It's supposed to go on the opposite side. Girl, I started getting, I'm just like, look, ombre, ombre. We gotta put that on the opposite. Let me quickly wipe the other girlies. See, at least we didn't cure it in the wrong moment. That would be a cry-worthy event. Right? Lisa just asked, what corner of the dark web did you find those charms? Like, you don't understand. That, when I went through everything, I was just like, how did you find these amazingness? I am going to give this, I don't know if you guys can see that little bump there, but I am going to give it a light buff because that will translate into the design, and we do not want that. So even though that was like the perfect coverage, I am going to quickly just give it a light file. There we go. Crisis averted. If you go back on Priya's channel and you watch all of her unboxing videos, you'll see which corners of the internet, whether that's Shein or Temu or AliExpress, but let me tell you, I said the same thing to her. I'm just like, how do you find these amazing, spectacular, spooktacular, like, she knocked it out of the park. So I think there was like a little fluff in there and it cured. So that was all that drama for your mama. So we are good to go now. And again, once we give this like a hardy top coat too, any kind of blemished areas are going to be fine. But I just don't want with this optical illusion design, especially down here, for there to be massive bumps because that will translate and I don't want that like into the end design. And I don't want that to happen. This also reminds me of the face paint you'd use as a child. It's like so opaque. Oh, we got a runner, aka we got a fluff. We do not want her. All are welcome in the nail world except for fluff, unless it's flocking. If it's fluff from a flocking powder, you are definitely welcome. Have you guys seen the magic of flocking? It's really fun to use during Christmas time. Gives you all the fuzzy wuzzy vibes. Priya's like, no fluff. I know, you know how frustrating that is. But how much that's covering over the black is very impressive. Okay, it's just about to be his dinner alarm, so I'm about to run the kid out. Oh my gosh, Priya, you have not tried flocking powder? I actually saw Maniology. They just came out with their subscription box that was like teddy bear themed. And they had the brown flocking powder. And when I saw that stuff, I screamed. And they actually stamped on top of it. Like on top of the flocking powder. I was screaming. I didn't think you'd be able to do something like that. So it was like all teddy bear themed, and not just teddy bear themed, but they had like a little plaid, like a teddy bear picnic. It was just so cute. Okay, I'm about to hear the cadence of all of his food alarms. They're about to go off because it's 6 o'clock here. Okay, 1 second. Let me open the door because this is about to be something. Go ahead, Kovu. I think I have the two phones that are about to go off. So at least they're close. One of them is the one I'm on, so hopefully that doesn't interfere with the live. But if you see like the image go out for a second, that's just me canceling the alarm. It was so beautiful, Priya. I've got to send it to you. Actually, Nail Sister, Nail Genie, she unboxed one of them, but it wasn't that one that I had first seen it. I actually saw it on Maniology's Instagram, and I was like, what? You can, I was like, you can actually stamp on flocking powder? Like, what is this magic? I thought for sure it would affect how, like, clear the image came out and stuff, but it's pretty impressive. Sorry that some of this is repetitive, but we are rounding down to the very fun design part of this. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Girl, that was hair. Oh my gosh. Stop giving me heart palpitations. I hope I can get it out. There we go. I think I got her. We can do a round of applause for the hair as she leaves the chat. That's the Mean Girls moment where you're like, she doesn't even go here. Why is she here? Okay, let's get some more black. The pudding gel is so interesting too because it's almost like it tries to grab. Oh, there's the timers. Stop. Oh, thank gosh, it's not the one I'm live on. It's the other one here. Stop. Girl, I said stop. Yo, she's not wanting to register. I was like, let me turn that down and then try to click it. I guess it's because I'm wearing these gloves. It does not want to register that I'm pressing it. I know I've been gone for a minute, but what is flocking powder? Okay, tell me when you're back, honey. I'll explain it to you. Really cool stuff. You've probably seen it, you just didn't know what the name of it was. So I think even in craft shops and stuff, they've sold it kind of for that similar effect as well. So you're gonna have this like buildup of product, and again, that's why we did the 2 coats, but this one you don't have to do 2, and also you wouldn't be able to because you're gonna carve out the design on this, so it wouldn't really be feasible, but you're gonna see in just a second. I love this because you do not have to do black and white. You can literally do any color you choose. But they do need to be complementary for sure. I was like, shoot, I just touched something, but I didn't affect the nail when I touched it, thank God. See here? Clumsiness at its finest. That's okay though. Yeah, as long as you're going in the same direction, you can kind of go over as many times as you'd like. Or you can add additional color, like if you want more bright. But this is for this Halloween look, so I don't mind investing in the gray area of it all. I'm gonna put a little bit more black in the corner here though. And so that's what I love, like if you find that your design is kind of going over a little bit, you don't have to worry, you can just again reintroduce those colors in. This girly pop keeps trying to move over. I'm just like, you know what? It's okay. It's also, so these have like an intense curve on them. These are like the sculpted ones. So you definitely have that pop. So you have to be very careful. The hump, if you will, the apex. Ugh, the gray these two make is so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that now. Oop, we just threw Miss Jessica Rabbit. So last month I had to take a break in my character art series because I was not feeling well. just due to my own health stuff. So I was wondering, anybody that's here, is there any characters that you guys would like to see painted? Because I've been making a list of, like, my most recent reel has all of these gals and goblins and goblins and all the things. So if there's any favorite characters you have, I would love to know, because I'm going to add them to the list. There's been some really fun suggestions so far. And to the people that are like watching at home that can't comment because I'm on like your screen or something, thank you so much for watching. And you are here chit-chatting in spirit anyway, so don't you worry. Okay. This is the one I hit. It's okay. Such a tiny nail. Oh my goodness. So for the purposes of this design, with what we're going to carve, your cuticle area does matter. So I am going to try to just do some soft swipes here. You don't want anything to be too harsh in those spots. I am going to be drawing some spider webs in those areas. So again, if it's not like 100%, you're not crying, but you want it to be as perfect as possible. So I'm just about to be carving out the design, just making sure. Okay, so I like that. So what I do need to make sure is that I have some fresh acetone. So I'm quickly going to put the lids on these girls so there's no issues. Wipe my hands for the millionth time because I just keep getting all of the things on them. But again, like with a single-use product, you're going to get so much more longevity out of these while you're working if you just quickly wipe them off. Otherwise, you're going to be like a kid that stuck their hand in the peanut butter jar and you're just going to be getting things everywhere, which the house puppy will love you, but that will be about it. Okay, let me give this a wipe in here. It's so easy for little bits of the polish to kind of settle in there. And then we're going to pour some acetone. Sorry about the shaking, y'all. Shaken, not stirred. Okay, so this I'm using 100% acetone. I find that you're not going to get as much of the product like smoking, if you will. Smoking is when you apply like alcohol and then you almost get like a smoky edge instead of that sharp edge that you want to get. Okay, so we're going to be carving out here. So let me just make sure this thing's focusing. I don't know if it's better. Thank you for listening this time. Okay, I don't know if it's better not to have that light. I'll just bring this one over. Sometimes the flash is great, sometimes not so much. So we're almost like we're creating like a smile line here. Gonna need some kind of tissue. Priya, you have to add more warm water into the mix. I do that too, my dear. Althea said they left for a moment and came back and all the magic. That part, I was just apologizing though because the first little bit of this design is repetitive. But once you get to this part, it's all of the magic. Just want to make sure that you truly clean because again, you might have little grooves and stuff, so you do want to keep cleaning until you have a very smooth cut. Like it's like a cut crease almost. These would be really fun for like a circus set too. That's some of the best parts when you have those long baths. Saying getting pruny, Miss Priya, I can't. So do you see where I was talking about earlier that you don't have to worry about it crazy being perfect because you get such a fun effect. So you don't have to be freaking out too much if it's not 100% perfect. Because once you get to this carving part, this is really what makes the design. Thank you guys so much. Honestly, I have no words for you guys sticking around because I do know the first little bit it's like, you might be seeing the same thing, but it's because we're laying down this gorgeous foundation. So as you see, I've really kept dipping in there to make sure it's crisp. And once you have that, then you can cure at that point. And I don't want a chance of something getting hit. So once I'm happy, I am gonna pop that in. So we're almost there. This is where the perfectionist in me. The optical illusion is too good. It's like, it looks like a hole almost. Right? Like it's like you can see into it. It's crazy. Okay, before I drive my mind wild, I'm just gonna cure that. So again, you're just gonna do the same thing. I dipped into that alcohol. The first wipe you're gonna do is gonna look crazy. And you're gonna think, did I do something wrong? But you didn't. You just have to keep cleaning. Because again, you're getting a mixture of that product. That's why I said, even when you carve out your design, you're still gonna want to go over that a few times with the alcohol to get your perfect. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit that. To get the perfect cutout. And again, we're going to be painting some spider webs as well, so let's get this as close to perfect. But also do not put your head in. Like, don't drive yourself crazy. I'm back. Had to tuck the kids in night. Oh, it's 9:15 there. Oh my goodness, sending you so much love, Lisa. I hope the bubbas went down very nicely. And now you can hang out with your sissies. See how fun? It's a really satisfying. And I don't know if any nail enthusiast, if you were around last summer, but the optical illusion trend was going crazy. So people were doing it everywhere. But you can apply this in so many different ways. It's so funny. I didn't realize how much OCD I had until I started doing nails. It's the littlest things that drive you crazy. Okay, I'm gonna cure that or my brain is just gonna go. Okay, to the next one. I am gonna have to clean my acetone soon because she's getting real muddy. Sophia, how are you doing, beautiful? Okay, so I'm just gonna set this here. Slowly move up. How are you doing, Sophia, honey? Oh, doing good, sweets. I didn't know if you... Sometimes I know that connections can go out and things like that that make it a little bit hard to hear. Okay, please do not let me start the next one until I clean this acetone. It is too muddy for the job. Oh my gosh, I see a hair. Please leave. See, I don't want it to go into the polish because then we're gonna have to do this all over again. So I'm trying to, there we go. That was a heart attack and a half. Oh my God. I did, sweetheart. I sure did. There's no stickers down there. That's all hand painted. I just thought when I have my nails in the lamp, it would at least be something to look at. Something pretty for the eyes. But I'm also, I did release a short on YouTube, just asking if anybody had their favorite cartoons or anything that you wanted to see, because I've kind of been doing an extended character art series. Oh, thank you so much. There's all sorts of goodies in there. All sorts of things to look at. But I love me some 90s cartoons, and I've been trying to throw homage to different shows that inspired me when I was little. So that's why I had mentioned, like, I have to do Daria because Daria was one of those that completely touched my soul. So I definitely have to. I want to do undergrads. I don't know if anybody knows that show, but I used to love that when I was little. Well, not little, but littler than I am now. When I was still in high school. I wasn't a baby watching undergrads, that's for sure. It's not appropriate for the little ones. Okay, so Lisa, this has been a thing. I actually thought somebody was trolling me when they said that I sounded like Jennifer Coolidge. But I've now heard it like 4 times, so I guess you just gotta bend and snap, right? Guess we all got a little Coolidge in us. Whatever. Stifler's mom was the hottest, right? So I'll take it. I'm in love with Stifler's mom. Okay. Let's see these all together before I cure this one. Yeah, they're coming together, baby. Okay, let's cure this. Dexter and Dee Dee. I know, I have to find them because technically they should be in here too. But I don't know where those Dexter laboratory nails went. So we'll have to find them somewhere in the ethers. But I was actually mentioning to Mama and Priya that I can't believe there's such a high percentage of the nails that are just chilling here that are all things we've done live. So it's pretty crazy to say. That like these, so Lucy, Princess Tia Beanie, Jack, Zero, Oogie Boogie, Hello Kitty, those were all done live. Everything else was filmed, but that's crazy to say. Oh my goodness, so Sophia, she asked, do you watch Bob Burgers? That's about the only one these days that can even come close to comparing to 90s cartoon. So I actually have not seen Bob's Burgers. I know that that's crazy to say. Please do not take away my cool points, but I haven't. And I actually got invited to a collab that I think we don't even have to do videos. It's just, you just send a picture. But it's for Halloween Bob's Burgers. So I did want to watch a couple of the episodes before I do the nail set, because I always find if I have knowledge, I kind of do better. So I definitely have to check out Bob's Burgers. Okay, so I just quickly cleaned that because it was getting like incredibly muddy. And I'm gonna quickly clean my brush before I just put it right into that. But yeah, I don't want to just like accept a collab and paint something that I have no clue about. So I'm definitely going to watch some episodes beforehand. But Ball Pit did an amazing Halloween mashup Bob's Burgers nail. So I'm definitely going to be drawing from inspiration from there. She did a phenomenal job. Oh my gosh, this got hit. Did I hit it? I probably did. Naughty Raven. Okay, let me quickly fix this before we go in, because if I don't, we're gonna have an issue. It's not gonna be smooth. But you guys see, like this pudding gel, how effortlessly you can melt things? It's crazy. Like, I'm not mad at it. Ooh, South Park? Yeah, we can definitely put South Park in the list. I'm gonna quickly send a message. Am I the only one that text messages themselves? Bob's Burgers, comma, South Park. If there's any other cartoons that you guys want to see featured in the character art series, please just comment down below and I'll add that in. Oh, no, no, no. Just about to go in and I see this little patch here. There we go. Again, you want everything to be as smooth as possible before you start carving, or it won't look as effective, if you will. That was my phone. What a delay to set, like I sent that message couple minutes ago and then it's just like Now registering, I cannot. Tailspin! Oh my gosh. I'm definitely going to put that in. And Lisa, honey, if you have any ones that you used to love, you can totally, it doesn't just have to be something that's from now. Sorry guys for any time that I'm hitting. I'm trying to get a new tripod so that I'm not constantly hitting the damn thing. But in the same aspect, it's like that happy medium of you being close enough that you can see what I'm doing, but not so close enough that I'm kissing the phone. It's a really fun mixture. It keeps you on your toes. Ooh, Ren and Stimpy! Oh, that's a good one. Okay, wait. I'm gonna have to quickly send myself another message in a moment. That's a really good one, Ren and Stimpy. I remember watching that when I was little. I had no clue half of the jokes and stuff that were going on. I just thought they looked cute. Can you stop, please? Thank you. My little application brush just kept wanting to connect. Ooh, gummy bear set. I love that. Lisa said, girl, tell me how I went to the thrift store and found Bob's Burger heart with Luis and... Stop. Official merch for $1. Stop this. I hope you got it. Sometimes, like, do not sleep on the dollar store. That it has some really cool stuff. You just have to know where to look. My best friend and roommate, Car, she actually found this really beautiful Sunnydale, California journal. So basically like a school agenda. And as a huge Buffy fan, I was like, shut the front door. How precious is that? So you can find some really fun stuff at the dollar store. She also found that there, and I was like, excuse me? Right? They're freaky. Stop, Red and Stimpy. Stop this. That part, though, there was so much stuff that went over my head when I was little. This is so satisfying. See, all of that hard work pays off when you start getting this. It's like you can see into it. You can like reach out and touch me. You can reach out into that, into the abyss. And do you see those moments where I was like, it could look a little bit muddy, but once you go in, you have such a nice pop of everything that it all comes together. Okay, I feel like there's something weird going on with this. Let me just try to... Right? So third dimension. Yes, honey. It's definitely what we were going for. Okay, before I do something bad, I'm just going to cure that, and then we'll go on to the final nail. And then we get to go to the spider web part. And Lisa, especially for it being later for you, and Priya, thank you guys so much for coming for this slumber party of nail magic. I just thought, since literally the beginning, October 1st, I wanted to do this set. And I was like, before Halloween is out, I must. But again, as I was saying, my Halloween content is definitely going to bleed into November. I'm so sorry. It's going to. I was seeing stuff for Halloween back in August. So if they're allowed to do that, my Halloween is allowed to bleed through into November. Because then, as soon as we get into December, I can't be doing, well, I guess I could still be doing Halloween stuff, but there's going to be so much Christmas things. Right? Okay, so Lisa, for me, Halloween is year-round, but I do know some people don't have the span for it. I know I've been seeing a lot of comments that are like, here's a break from Halloween content, here's a break for Halloween content, and I'm like, you know what? Life's a stage, man. It doesn't matter what you're drawing inspiration from, what holiday is around. If you want to do it, just do it. So that's why unapologetically my Halloween stuff is totally going into November. And I'm gonna do it with a smile on my face. How you doing? Because last year I got to do a really fun Freddy Krueger set. But now I've been seeing people full on do like the actual Elm Street, the sign on the nail and all of this business. And I was like, you know what? Just like, if I don't like the charm on here, I'm going to be making a spider. That's going to be on another live. But if I don't like the way the charm sits, if that's not giving me everything that I want, then we are going to be coming back and actually sculpting a whole 3D spider. But I think, honestly, what Priya has sent is so pretty. I think this is going to be perfect. She also sent some small ones as well that I pulled just in case. Oh, that's Starburst. It's like, that's not the... There is a black spitter. I don't know where it is. But there's just so many options. I also have like gold and silver for the... So we're going to probably be adding some bling as well. Oh yeah, Priya, that's why I was mentioning your charms earlier. I took out all the Gothic charms because I think I'm going to be adding at least 1 or 2 of these. But first I'm going to draw all of the spider webs and stuff because I'll quickly show you guys again what I'm recreating. Actually, you know what? I can quickly just pop... I can literally just open that 1 second. Are you okay, baby? I can hear her giggling. My partner's having a good old time right now. Okay, 3, 2, 3, cherry. Here it is. So is that not gorgeous? So that's what we got the inspiration from. Three, 2, 3 cherry. If you guys do not follow her, you need to get on it. Her work is insane. So beautiful. Her work is just stunning. So that's honestly what brought us here today was Miss 323 Cherry and her gorgeous spiderweb nails. So now we're going to be taking the black gel paint. And we're going to be drawing the spider webs. She goes, I love this minus the spider. I know how you feel about nopes. But then I wanted to include some of this because I saw some sparkle up in there. But what's really fun about this, I'm going to turn off the light so you guys can see how, oops, flash reflective it is. See how bright that is? It's actually the same thing that's made out of these guys. So this is Aspen Glam, which is also from the same collection, which is a flash reflective. And what's really awesome is it like glows. It's so bright, the reflectiveness on it. So I just thought doing a pop of that would be really nice. And then I didn't pull the white gel paint, but I do need that as well for some of the detail pieces. Okay. So already, how satisfying is that? So even if you didn't want to do anything else, you have such a fun design, but with it being Halloween and all that fun spooky season, I wanted to do the spider webs. So I'm going to have to get my handy dandy Nicole J brush out, and I do need the white gel paint. These also cure with a no white finish, so if you wanted to, say for instance, do it all matte and then go in, you could. I'm going to do the spider web and then kind of go from there. I don't know if ultimately I want this to be matte or not, because sometimes with the optical illusion it's like everything you need, but sometimes you want that glossy. I'm just going to watch this again. Yeah, I think she did them glossy. But I'm going to see, like we'll check, and if it doesn't look good, then you can just gloss everything over. No harm, no foul. Okay, so again, we did feature these. This is what the base of all of the color was. Sugar, nail and clips, how are you doing, sister? So we did use these pudding gels as the base for that really seamless ombre. And again, they come with a myriad, like they have such a large list of pudding gels. So if you're struggling with ombres and things like that, this is a game changer, and all you need is your application brush, and it is so smooth, like crazy smooth. So I'm just going to put these away in the corner here because right now we're featuring the gel paint. I was like, let's set it up so pretty it just wants to fall. Come on, Brenda. Thank you. Okay, so this one is the one I'm going to be pulling from that's not so pretty because it's been through the war, but that's okay. Oh my goodness, Sugar. Thank you, honey. She said the nail art is arting. Oh my gosh. Yes, Priya. It's almost 2 a.m. for you. You go to sleep, honey bun. Thank you for sticking around for so long. You are an angel. And thank you so much for sending the beautiful gems that we're going to use in this design as well. You're an angel and I love you. I am thinking I'm going to give a quick cleanse to these and just do a very thin coat to encapsulate, just so that we have the smoothest for this line work. I want the line work to be very precise. So I'm gonna cleanse everything first because of the little bit of that inhibition, which I'm quite sure pudding gels are the same as their gel paint formula, so it shouldn't have much of a layer. But I find anything that has black, it's so opaque that you run the risk. Oh, good night, sweetheart. I love you, Priya. Sweetest dreams, honey bun. You know I'll send you pictures when it's all done. Priya actually sent these really stunning lace cuffs, and I'm going to be using the lace cuffs for when I put these on. And luckily, because these are already sculpted and they are gel, they don't shrink as much as other other press-ons that you make. So I should be able to put these on my phalanges with no problems. But even if not, the picture is going to be so dynamic regardless. Swedish dreams, Priya, honey. You can leave me in a corner and turn me down and I'll just be like I'm with you. Oh goodness, she'll like have dreams. She's like, Raven, I had a dream that you just showed up on my doorstep. Why? Because I was listening to you as I fell asleep. That's why. Sugar said, see, that's my problem. Every time in my nails, they always shrink and it drives me nuts. Yes, so sometimes the nails, especially the ones that are made out of acrylic or just plastic, I find that they do shrink, but any of the ones that I've gotten that are gel, I haven't found as much shrinkage. So that might be the answer to some of your problems there, my dear. Because I had that issue. Like, I'm like, how do all of these nail sisters, they're making these sick press-ons, and they never have them shrink. I'm like, they all fit their size perfectly, like it's Cinderella. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But I realized it was the nails, the actual, oop, we got something on there. It was the actual nails I was using that were shrinking. And obviously, if you use things like builder gels or stuff like that that are very like hardening and viscous, you'll have a little bit of shrinking that way too. Mama L's Nails. Is it Lingina? I'm saying it wrong, guaranteed, but it sounds like you have a gorgeous name, and I'm going to make sure I follow you, so I'm just going to give a screenshot there. I'm going to make sure I give you a follow after this, honey bun. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I'm just making sure, because honestly, I feel like we've had revenge of the evil fluffs today. So I'm just trying to wipe all of that mess away, because I'm not living for that. Aww, you got it, sister. Oh, it's phonetic. Okay, good. I just didn't want to butcher your name, honey. I always say, like, we really love to do the roll calls and, you know, mention all of the sisters, but I never want to butcher someone's name. Like, I don't want them to think. But again, with our different accents from where we're from, it can make things sound different, but I also think it's really beautiful. Like the sisters in the UK, when I hear them just say regular things, I'm just like, I could listen to you all day. Please don't stop talking. Like, what is this, heaven? So I am going to give a light buff again once I do this, because this is a top coat. Now, usually I would encapsulate with a base coat, but I do not want to do that because I find that it can yellow sometimes. And if you're doing a design that has that bright white, you don't want anything that could potentially yellow it. So I am going in with it looks really thick right now, but I'm going to make sure I wipe, and that we give the thinnest coat possible. But this is going to make it that when I do all the art, it's going to be nice and smooth. We won't have no bumps. Now, how satisfying, because you guys saw, obviously, there was little fuzzums and stuff. As soon as you go in with that encapsulated layer, sweet heavens, you see how that comes together? And again, that is all pudding gel for you. Oh my gosh, it's made up. Your mother's name Linda and your grandmother's name Eugenia. Lingenia. Stop, that's beautiful. I love that. I love names with a message. My mom definitely, she named me Raven because she wanted it to be, you know, song of a strong bird. So she wanted Raven. And I really love that. My mom gave me a really beautiful name. But it's also like my full name is like 5 names long. So screaming that from the rafters is interesting. I always said, thank God I wasn't a bad child. Like when the streetlights came on, I was home. Like you didn't have to worry about any of that. But if she had to call all 5 of my names, like that is turning heads. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so excited. This is turning out so pretty. Okay, so now we gotta get the evil fluffums that keep trying to come up in here. Right, Lisa? So clever. I love that. So this is the part, because we're encapsulating, we don't want it to be too thick, because again, that also can shrink the nail. So things like top coats, builder gels, acrylic on top of the nail can shrink it a bit. But because I'm really like, the next one we go into is going to be that top coat, I'm not too concerned. There's more in me that really wants it to be sharp and crisp, the line work, that I don't care. It like outweighs the bad outweighs the good, the possible tiny shrinkage of it all. This is going to be like Cinderella. I'm going to saw off the foot if it doesn't fit. Like, we're going to make it fit. Just going to check the sides. So that's the one thing when you're doing stuff like this. Oh my gosh, that's trippy. That literally just looks like a full black stripe. Whoop! That's where the optical illusion comes in there. That's super cool. Just going to check the side walls, because that is one of the easiest places to have a missing of product. And then it just looks, it will cheapen the look for you, which we do not want. But their no wipe top coat that I'm using is my favorite. It really is. If you give yourself a luscious amount, it's scratch resistant, stain resistant. I've had my curry, you know, all my foods, and not had any issues, because we eat with our hands, right? Haven't had any issues. Okay, so I really love that. Just to make sure that we don't have too much where the top coat kind of takes away the sharpness, I'm just running my finger on the edge of that. And then we're just going to flip her over for a moment. Let that self-level a little bit, and then we'll go on to the spider webs. Oh, thank you guys for all the thumbs up. You guys are really making my, I almost called it Wednesday. We're still on Tuesday, right? Making my day nevertheless. Okay, so that is perfect, except I see two fluffs. And again, if you cure a fluff in there, you will have a problem. So that was one, that was another. So it just takes away from the crispness, like when you're taking your pictures and stuff, when you do have that. So I do try to, yes, unfortunately it is just Tuesday, right? I'm trying to jump days. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Perpetual living for the Fridays, right? The wonderful weekends. Okay, now that is perfect. Of course, I'm gonna see something again as I say it's perfect. So what I giggle at is when you have fur babies in the house, it's so easy to turn something over and then have something stick in your polish. And especially when you're working hard on something like character art or something like that, you do not want to cure something into the nail that's not meant to be there. So that happened with my Oogie Boogie, that I cured, it's right here, an actual piece of hair. But I was not even upset, because I was like, you know what? This guy, he is a sack. He's causing all the trouble, looking all gross and stuff with bugs coming out of his mouth. Really, one hair? That was the perfect character for it to happen to. I was like, yeah, we're going to leave that, because he is gross anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will take a little bit of this after we finish painting the, just gonna see the spider webs. So she starts off from the corner of the nail, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oakley dokley. hope everybody's doing amazing though. The fact that you're spending your day and apart or your evenings. We had sisters that it was almost 3 a.m. like crazy, 2 and 3 in the morning. I think the last stream somebody was up and they were like, I have insomnia, so thank you so much, because it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, please turn it down. My voice is loud. I don't want to wake up your family, but hi. And I'll definitely keep you company. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to use my favorite. These are Nails by Nicole J. Y'all, you're looking for brushes, you definitely have to check out her website. They have really elevated my nail game period, but also my character art, getting fine lines and lines of different thicknesses. She has the detail, which I love using for eyelashes and things like that, but when I'm loading colors or doing very specific line work, I really love the striper. So this is her diamond edition, like the bling edition, but I really love it. Okay, so now without further ado, we can get into that. I don't think I really have to worry about redefining anything until the end, because it should not interfere with the design. Okay, so let's dip into some of that black. Again, this cures with a no wipe finish, so if you did like it and you didn't want a top coat, you don't have to, but usually I do like to seal it regardless. I work with like a lot of rubbing alcohol and stuff like that with my own condition, like making sure I'm sanitizing certain things and whatnot, so I don't want my hands to be all jacked up. Oh, they look gorgeous just as. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Don't worry, we're not going to be covering up much of the magic. We're just adding these little spider webs. Give it that Halloween-y feel. And then we're probably going to throw a crystal spider on there. Maybe even the bling hand. But if it takes away from the ombre, then we will do no such thing. No, no, nay, nay. We don't work this hard to cover up all of the things. Okay, so I just had to quickly clean off the brush because she was a little stiff. Stiff gal. Okay, now just trying to see how far she went here. Now, I have a lot of nerve damage, as I was mentioning, so that does affect when I do straight lines and things like that, so I am probably going to cure this. Yeah, so I'm going to cure that just because I don't want things to start flying all over the place, because there is a chance I can knock something and I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh, okay, so Lisa just said an important question. I'm going to quickly pop these two in, grab my third, and then answer you, honey bun. So she asked, asking for a friend, how often do y'all clean your nail space? So this is actually a really great question, and it really, when I have something set up, so for instance, I have, if I zoom out a little bit, I have like a whole Halloween setup that I have here with lace, like this is like a, what's it called? Spiderweb lacing. So what I usually do is I'll take everything down every time I finish filming or after a live. I will wipe down all of my polish bottles, all of that kind of stuff, and put everything away. But as for like actually like reorganizing, doing all the going through all of my drawers, I usually try to do that probably about once a month. I'll go through like a full reorganizing, go through my stuff, but every single time I finish a filming, I try to put away because I'll just have so many things. So for instance, yesterday I didn't put away with what I was filming, and I still have this like little caddy thing, but I do try to keep it as clean as possible. I'll also show, okay, so I can just kind of pop this out without it jiggling all over the place. So I have all of my polishes. They're like 3 deep. These are actually just my Madam Glam polishes. I have a complete other area for my other goodies. But again, I try to wipe those down and everything. But it is so easy for your desk to get crazy. So I do try, but there is a lot of things. And also, when I used to be in a complete, like, because like now I have my own little nail studio area, but I actually used to just be in our living room, and I would literally have to pack everything up into this almost looking like a Tupperware box. And I had to put that away every single day and then take out everything when I was trying to film. So when I first started, it was interesting to say the least. It was a lot. I didn't even have an overhead, what's it called? An overhead, like, tripod. So I actually had to attach it to a freaking Sharps bin. And my Sharps bin is what had my first like 20 videos that I ever filmed were duct taped Sharps bins so I could get an overhead. Overhead shot. So I mean, we all struggle until we don't have to struggle anymore. Lisa said, girl, tell me why I let it get so bad and have been cleaning for days. It can happen, honey. Like, after filming and you leave your stuff. The only reason why I think I'm more anal about at least trying to make sure everything's closed, I wipe down all of my tools and all of that, is the sun in BC is so strong. I had set up, I had a little table on my bed, and I was doing some preparing swatches or something, and I ended up the sun cured what I was working on. So I think I'm like extra making sure that I put things away and stuff like that, because I've had an oopsie because it's just too strong. Yes, you're in the living room, but it's a nice size. Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad you have a good space, sweetheart. Okay, I think that edge goes a little bit further than I would like. So I am just going to cut that. With some acetone. I think these would be really fun nails if you were going to like a costume, a Halloween party. These would be a lot of fun. People would be like, oh, how did you do that? So I even showed my partner, and she was staring at the nail like, how did you do that? Ooh, you did a deep clean? Oh, I'm gonna be watching that. Yes, please. There we go. So now we're gonna get to the web of it all. And then we're also gonna be doing accents on the web with white. So that's really the theme, like the white and black. So So let's cure that and then go in with the spiderwebs. Okay, good. I love the way she's done her webs. They're not all interconnecting. These are super rad. This reminds me of the 90s Magic Eye books. Oh, yes! Oh, Althea, that is perfect. And so just make sure after you've used a lot of acetone that you just gently press and make sure you don't have like a fork tongue situation happening. And then condition, like beautiful Lisa was saying, condition with your base coat. I actually think with those the magic eye books, if you use cat eye, I think you could also achieve a really fun look. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the webs. The web of it all. I think I'm gonna move. This is a little bit too close to me. It's like, give a girl some breathing room. Okay, I can zoom in, but I need some space. Sorry, when it comes to anything with line work, I swear to gosh, I stop breathing. And I know that's not healthy, y'all, but I can't help it. You also don't want to jack up all the beautiful work you just did, right? So, it's not exactly the time to go crazy. Oh, Lizoween? I have not seen them. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I've gotta check it out. Okay, pop that in. Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. 1 second. I got this crazy leg cramp. Just gotta stand and shake it out. What costumes has she been so far? I love Lizzo. Lizzo is awesome. Ooh. I really do love doing these lives though because nothing's sped up. You get to actually see all of the steps. But I am sorry. With my own pain, when it gets to this time, I start oohing and awing. I'm going to try not to. I hope I'm making you proud though, Lisa, because I know you're a horror queen like I am. So I hope you love this design. I always think of you whenever Halloween, think of you all the time, but when Halloween approaches, because of getting to work with you and Sweet Tea, Girly Nails 66, all of the nail sissies during the Halloween Spotlight Challenge. Every Halloween I'm like, I hope I do them proud. Okay, we just had an evil hair try to come in the mix, but I mean, I guess that's Halloween appropriate. It was a villain. Right, Mama? Like, seriously. I gotta look out for that too. I love her. Okay, so these are the parts where I'm only individually curing each one, not putting the whole thing in, because the more you cure your nails too, you're gonna have shrinkage as well. So I just cure for the normal amount, but I'm not putting the entire stand in because that's going to be curing the other nails that don't need to be cured. But yeah, I totally have a what would Lisa do in my mind when it comes to Halloween. What would Lisa do? Right, Althea? Oh my goodness. So I really love this design because again, you're really going with that chromatic color palette, but it's like it's so effective. Okay, I'm totally gonna have to wipe that one away. There's always one. That's okay. That acetone is gonna be your best friend. And also this is why I cured ahead of time, because if there was something I didn't like, at least that original web is not gonna be going anywhere. Ooh, that's a good question, Althea. Who would y'all like to see Lizzo do a mashup with? If she could sing with anybody, who would it be? Missy Elliott. Oh my gosh, Lisa, you picked perfect. That is a dream. That is the collab that we need to see. Okay, so the one thing you do have to be careful with if you're using alcohol to clean up anything, that it didn't just mix and go into your other areas, because then that's going to take away the effect. So I am quickly just going in and making sure that it didn't bleed anywhere else. Oh my god, Lisa, you're killing me. Oh, she wants it, don't you worry. You're making me giggle. Ooh, jelly roll, that's also a good one. I love me some jelly roll. Okay, pop that in. Sorry y'all, when I get into the line work, it's like my brain doesn't even work anymore. At least once I have these guide points, the other stuff's gonna be nice and easy peasy. But I stopped. I like literally stopped breathing during this time. It's like not even that serious too, because if we do make any mistakes, because how we've set everything up, we can just fix it. But it's still, anytime there's any kind of line work, I'm like, all of the heart attack. I really love the simplicity of this though. It is super cute. Oh my gosh, Lisa. She's like, y'all, why is this 2-year-old looking in my face at 10 p.m.? You're supposed to be asleep. Mommy did a good job making sure she put you to sleep. What is it? I love the, Mommy, I just came out because I wanted a hug. I just came out because I wanted some water. They come up with the best excuses when it comes to bedtime. I just wanted to tell you how much I love you. It's like, I love you too, baby. Now you gotta go to sleep. Oops, sorry, I just got a alert that I have 20%. I'm gonna plug this in shortly. It just gets so annoying when I plug in the phone, because now I'm hitting the cord and there's already too much going on this nail desk to add that. Also, what's really fun, queens, if you are using this gel paint, right? And you, for instance, matted the entire area and then put these spider webs in, you could actually go over it with a chrome and it would only stick. That's how you do like the best chrome isolation. Do it on a mat and then cure your non-wipe paint of your choice, and you can get some really clean chrome isolation. Sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Queen, for saying that it's elegant. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to clean off my brush because we're gonna go in with, excuse me, the white. Now it's really dainty. They did really thin lines. And it looks like there's a couple areas she didn't highlight. But I'm just gonna do whatever feels right. So I'm just gonna quickly clean this off first so that we can put it in. 29 humans! Thank you all for coming in here. Today's live's been poppin'. We've had a lot of wonderful humans in today. This is the white gel paint. Again, it dries, or rather it cures all over my fingers apparently. It cures in a no wipe formula. So if you already have it top coat, like already top coated, you don't have to top coat it again, but I do like to seal it. Oh gosh, this is why I have another one, because this has just been so loved. This thing is gross. Oh my gosh! Lord have mercy, y'all. One second. Things are falling. This is what I love about this black lace, though. It is raven proof. I can just clean it up, no problem. all my other sets that I've had. If something falls, you're in some serious trouble. But this one, this black lace is so forgiving. Thank goodness, because you already know who I am. I do things with great detail, but I am such a clumsy gal. And again, that comes from the nerve damage I have in my arms. It's not on purpose. Like, I'm not intentionally being clumsy. But with my nerve damage, especially after I've been live for a while, the accidents start. But that's okay. That's why you set yourself up for success, not failure. And you roll with the punches. Okay, so now all of this has been cured. Let me just get these. This is giving me very Morticia Addams. These are so pretty. Okay, so before there was like a little bits of sparkles added, and that's gonna be, I'm gonna use the Flash Reflective Sparkle. They did use, like the artist did do some highlights. So I am gonna dip in here. Actually, this is not sufficiently cleaned enough. We don't wanna contaminate. Okay, it should be good now. Now, I used to never dip directly into the pot. I always used to take it out and put it on my palette. But I started realizing that I was using so much extra product and it just drove me crazy. So I actually just started dipping directly into it, and I've had a far better, less waste of the product. I need to screenshot that. Stop this, Lisa. That is the greatest compliment. She just said that Elvira would really, really, really love this set, and that means the world. Oh my God, Mama L. She just said, listen, if you're not making a mess, are you really working? No, you gotta put your foot in it, right? Oh my goodness, that totally just made me so happy. This is such a hair tiny. Just like add a little highlight on some of the webs. Now, realistically, to get like super precise lines, I'd have to do another seal of like a base coat or top coat, but I really don't want these things to keep on shrinking, so I'm going to try to do all the definition I can. Without having to seal it. So again, your, what's it called, is going to be your best friend, the acetone. Thank you, baby. I said thank you. You're a sweetheart. I'll make sure I get to it right after the live. Okay, pop in. Baby just did the laundry, so I always love to put everything away. Actually, when I was working in gerontology, that was like my favorite thing. Whenever I had to do the laundry and stuff, I'm like, bring it over here. I love that. I still love like the whole folding and doing all the things. So yeah, you don't have to worry about going over everything, but just adding some highlights in there makes a big difference. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o, we just got a little hair. I told you that's the hazards of the job. There's always a hair trying to pop up somewhere. I would say the ones that is really necessary is like those dark areas, for sure. But you don't need to do them on everyone. Also gives that spooky feel, like, ooh. Definitely. Hello, pretty lady. Yes. Here you go. Do you want to come see? Oh, okay. I love you. Oh, there's a pesky hair there, but once we seal it, you won't be able to see it. It's actually cured, so I'm going to pretend that I can't, even though it's irking my soul, that I can't see it. Hey, buddy. Do you have your... He has his toy jack-o'-lantern. Are you feeling festive, bud? He's such a cutie pie. You guys are such angels. You guys have really made my day today. Althea just said, "Holy webs, Spider-Man." Thank you. Paisley's Arts. Thank you so much, honey. Let me give you a follow. I'm going to do a screenshot. Okay, so as we're getting to the thick of this, I actually think my phone is going to die. So I'm going to quickly pop this in because we did not work so hard to almost get to the end of this nail set for it to die. So let me quickly plug it in. I think if I run this up the back, it'll be better. Okay, sorry for the shaking, just quickly plugging the charger in here. So, excuse the cord, it will be gone in just a second. Just gotta... Sorry for the shaking, we're almost there. There we go. Now we're plugged in, so we won't die. Because that would just be so devastating. Not after we've gotten this close. Okay, so y'all, the little white on it has completely stolen my heart. I even, now that I'm really getting into the groove here, want to go back on this nail. Just do a couple more highlights because it looks so cool. I think I was like a little afraid. I didn't want to do too many and take away, but honestly, the white and black of this, it just looks really neat. Okay, so this is the final accent, and then we're gonna go, I will top coat, oh wait, no, we gotta add some sparkle. How dare I forget the sparkle, the razzle dazzle of it all. Okay, so I am quickly going to pop that in. I'm still going to do a few more defining spots, but I don't want to accidentally hit something. Now, I usually have my little flash cure, but I don't know where that is at the moment. One of those things that ended up, I guess, turning live and running away. Running away on ya. I'm definitely going to do that spider. I just don't know which spider. Let me quickly... I have an actual like bling tool, so I'm going to try to locate that. Because it's not in my magical box of wonders here that has all my... It's like my two favorites, Madame Glam and Nails by Nicole. So I have a ton of them, but they don't have a bling tool. So my bling tool's gotta be here. It's like, I know I was just blinging. Yep, I knew it. I knew it couldn't be far. Okay, but how cute are these? My partner got me this. Is this not so cute? Obviously, you wouldn't be wearing gloves with it, but how stinking precious is that? So nice. Okay, so I think it would be, I could do the ring or the middle finger, but I just want to see. Obviously, this is going to be slipping and sliding, so don't judge. Just want to kind of see. Oh, that's rad. Yeah, we're definitely going to be putting this spider on here. Isn't she? She's the sweetest. Okay, I'm definitely going to be putting that on there. That's not even a question. I don't know about all the other things because I don't want to take away from it. Like there's a fine line between putting, you know, gems and things like that, and then just taking away from this design. And this design is so, so cool that I don't want to do anything that would interfere with that. But we're definitely putting that spider on, and then we'll kind of go from there. I just think this design, like, shout out to 323 Cherries for coming up with this, because this design is just so fun. It's a really cool one. Thank you, Mama L. And I'm so happy to have you on here, honey. So lovely to meet you. When this is curing, I will quickly grab the original, the artist that I'm recreating. So this is 323 Cherry. So if you guys aren't following her, you need to check her out. She's extremely talented. But I saw these and I just screamed. I'm just like, oh, so beautiful. Okay, so because we're extra, I'm going to put some of this reflective glitter. But if I don't like if it's taking away from everything we just did, then I'll just forego it. But this glitter, let me see if I can turn the, this is without the flash. And then with the flash. And if I turn off my ring light, you can really see how bright. It's like diamonds. So I was gonna put a little bit on the web and we'll see. So I'm not trying to put too much. This is from Madame Glam's December collection. And it is like liquid gold to me because they only do few flash reflective things. Actually, their new rubber bases that they just came out with are flash reflective. They are so gorgeous. I don't know if there's one close to hand to grab. My favorite champagne toast. It's this one. Let me turn off the light again just so you can see how bright it is. So fun. My light doesn't want to turn off. It's a party girl. Do you see this? Like, this is crazy. I've used this for so many different designs. And I'm going to turn the light on so you can, I'm going to turn just so you can see the difference. Like without flash. And then with. So Madame Glam has a few products like this that have that flash reflective. And it's so pretty. I'm just going to put some of that in there. Why not? Okay, so these have all cured now. So as I was saying, once we put this on, if it takes away any of the magic going on, we're just going to take it off. Because we don't need it. This is like the extra, how do I say, the extra credit. This is not necessary. This is just if you want that little pop when you're taking your pictures and you want that glitter. Right, Mama? You got to. And right now, my beautiful nail sister, she is the ambassador of the month. Mama Does Nails. So if you use code MAMA50, MAMA50, you can save 50% off. So that's crazy savings. And I'll make sure in the description box below I put all of the sister codes because we got all of the codes for you guys to save all the dollars. The doll hairs. Okay, so I'm actually going to turn this off just so I can see the true sparkle of it and see if I like it or not. What? Oh, you said, what did you miss? I was like, what happened there? I don't even know if I'm going to want to put this glitter because I don't want to take away all this pop that we just did. I'm going to check the lighter pink one, because I don't think that will take anything away. Let's see, because I'd love to add a little bit of flash reflective, but I don't want to take away any of the highlights we just did. This should go on more clear. Honestly, you know what? To me, it's not even worth it. It's already such a beautiful set. If I had actual reflective glitter to pour on, that'd be nice. But I don't want to take away from the definition that we just did. So I'm not going to do that. But hey, I got to shout out a really pretty color, so not all is lost in the world. Okay, so I'm going to top coat these bad girls, and we're going to also place that gem after I top coat. Oh my gosh, you're so cute, Boundary Rugworks. So this definitely would be a set that would look really cool matte, but I definitely think for the finished look, I want to have it glossy. And I'm worried about shrinkage, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this glossy, but then just for you, I'm going to do a quick reel of it matte, so you can see what it would look like matte. But I'm really nervous about the shrinkage. Like, we could always test it out, but it has the chance of making it... Envy has ruined you, Boundary Rugworks. You're all about the matte. Well, no, she didn't ruin you. Matte is so beautiful. Thank you for all the thumbs up, my beautiful nail family. So we are going to, because this cures with a no wipe finish, we don't have to worry about any inhibition layers. I'm just going to give a quick wipe just to make sure we don't have anything funky. And then I'm just going to top coat. Then we're going to put that cute little spitter. And then if you guys would like to see it on my phalanges, we can quickly put them on. And then that will be a wrap for today's live. But I had so much fun creating this optical illusion set with you guys. And I thought about it a lot. And it was either going to be a quick nailed it, and then I was going to do all these nails off camera. And I just thought, you know what? If I go on with my nail sisters and brothers, I'm going to have so much fun that before I know it, the whole set's going to be done. And then the world's my oyster, whatever I want to do. If I want to do a nailed it, I can. But at least the hard work would be done. You want to matte everything, Boundary. I feel you, honey. It's just because we were actually talking about this with the nail sisters, that when you're creating press-ons, the more you cure it, kind of the more shrinkage you can have. And so I've already did a encapsulation in the middle of this with top coat, so that already created some rigidity to the nail. So I didn't want to have to play around. But once I actually have them on and take pictures and all that fun stuff, I will definitely do it matte, because even if it doesn't fit as well, I can still take so many beautiful pictures and all of the things. Now, don't be worried, like when you guys are doing your press-ons, you can put a whole glob of this top coat. Just make sure that once you have it covered, you kind of do a swipe and wipe. So you'll put that back in the bottle. And then you just redefine those edges, make sure you've got everything, and then swipe again. So any of that excess is gone. So you'll never bulk out the nail that way, but you still get that like luscious coat, if you will. Oh, I can't get over how satisfying this set is. I did like a Skelly Bones set last year that I fell in love with, but I'd like to do it again, but make it glow in the dark. I think glow in the dark is one of the most satisfying Halloween things you can do. glow-in-the-dark period is very satisfying, but definitely for the spooky season, it gives that extra flair. I can't thank 323 Cherry enough. I hope that when I post my pictures on Instagram she sees, because she's so talented, and the fact that she's inspiring artists from all over the world, you know, it's pretty amazing. Okay, so I got a luscious coat on all of these, so I'm just going to go to the sides, just make sure they're good. Exotica! Hi, Nail Sissy! How are you doing? Hope you're well, love. Okay, so I am just going to, as I was saying, and at this point you can totally clean off your brush on your bottle. You do not have to have a lot of product. This is just mostly just making sure you've capped those edges. And once I'm done, I'm still going to give a light file to these just to kind of make it, redefine that shape and just make it extra sharp. You know, ward off your enemies and such. But it also just looks so good because you can have a little bit of rounding of squares with top coat. But if you do that like really light file, just redefine that area. Very satisfying. Okay, so I'm very happy with that. So happy I looked here. That is a hair. How rude. Oh, I'm doing very good. Thank you, Minnow Bill. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. I'm having so much fun today with the nail family, creating fun Halloween looks. Oh wow, I thought that was a hair. That's actually just a little bit of the black polish. That's how effective this is. It looks too real. Okay. I think we're perfect now. We've got all of the, oh, see, every time I say I think we're perfect, it's like, I want to show you something. I want to show you this fluff that's going to try to ruin your life. That's okay. We persevere around here. We ain't gonna let no fluff come up here after all the hard work we did and mess up our final top coat. Shh. Are you kidding? Never. Never on your life. Okay, I think we're good. So we're just gonna turn her. Tina turned her over. Mama, thank you. Yeah, if you guys enjoy, please leave a like, and once this uploads, if it's in your heart to do, if you could leave a comment in the main comment section, it really helps push this out further as well, so that more nail family can see all of the magic. So this is really important step to turn your nails around and let that self-leveling happen, and that way you don't have, I almost say it makes the nails fat, like it falls along the sides, and you don't want none of that. Okay, but I think we're perfect here, and not one of the perfect that I say and then I have to fix it 27 times. We're good. So let's pop that in, and I'm gonna grab, so this has been all with Madam Glam products, but I am gonna take Melody Susie's Rhinestone Glue, because it's amazing. It cures matte, but it's so sticky that nothing falls, none of that. So I am going to use that for the charm here. The Charm Sister is using a charm. Scent from a Charm Sister. That's like Charmed on Charmed. So that really fun spider we're going to put on, and then we're done. Okay, so let's just ask in the chat. Do you guys want to see my whole process of how I stick these on? Or do you want to just see pictures later on and just look at it on the stand? I'd like to hear what you guys think, because I'm totally willing to do it. It's a really funny process because I have my natural nails, and I don't like to use glue. I'm actually allergic to the super glue, so I actually end up using glue dots. If I show you guys, they're very strong. They're the Gorilla Glue dots. But if you guys, it'll probably take like 3 minutes or so to put them on. So if you want to stick around for that, we can definitely do that. So this is the gorgeous top coat moment. I'm even going to just turn off my other light just so you can see the shine on that. It's like you can see into it. It is such a fun technique. Really cool. Okay, you want to see them on. You're like, girl, show us. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. So let me just quickly stick on. I want to do it on the ring finger. The artist did it on the middle, but I actually really wanted it to be on the ring finger. I just didn't know after all of this if you're like, I'm tired. I don't want to dig holes anymore, Grandpa. Well, it's too damn bad. I'm going to have a whole holes moment. Oop, she wanted to really slip and slide. Usually she doesn't move at all, but this is when the one wants to prove me wrong, right? Okay, so 1 second, I need to clean this up, or because it's matte, it's going to change the glistening of the metal. Do you guys know that movie though, Holes? I don't want to do this anymore, Grandpa. It's like, well, it's too damn bad. The more bling, the better. I agree, though. Honestly, I used to be so afraid of bling, like as if it was going to hurt me or something. I was just more afraid of like doing incorrect placements and stuff. But once you actually just have fun with it, be so surprised. Envy and Mama have ruined me with the matte and the bling. Oh my god. I do. Every time I'm doing bling, I always think of Mama. I know she's like rolling around in her sleep right now going, bling, She knows it's happening. Okay, so we're just gonna cure that. Cure that little girl. Again, that's usually something I would use my flashy for. It's always so unsettling to take off my gloves after I've been wearing, like when you can see my natural nails, because basically when you have natural like oils, it actually makes your nail go clear until it dries. So it always scares me. I'm like, oh, but then I'm like, oh no, that's just natural. It will go away. I was like, what is happening? But first I just have to quickly cleanse my nails before I go to stick all the things on. So this is literally what I would do if I wasn't on camera and I was just prepping my nails for the press-ons. I should probably take a picture of them just in case, because I had a terrible thing happen one time. I was popping them off and they broke, like a nail broke. And I can't tell you how much I cried real tears because I hadn't taken a picture and I had worked so hard on them. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. I love this little spider. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to quickly take a picture of this just in case anything happens. I pray nothing happens, but we'll see. And I really appreciate you, Althea. I work really hard on my natural nails, so that means the world. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's no space on that phone. When you're a content creator, I swear to God, after, oh mama, I have like tons of videos on how to grow your natural nails. Even this is too long. I gotta cut these now. They're way too long, and then just leave some room for growth. But I have a lot of natural nail care videos on like how you can keep your nails long and strong, and really I blame it on Madam Glam. I'm like, it's your fault. Your products are so good. I use their builder gel in a bottle, which I think I can just grab and show you guys. I always have it to hand because I'm obsessed with it. I have like 17 bottles. This is the Pure Serenity. I also use their rubber base coat before I put on this, and it makes it so that your nails bend but they don't break, so it helps with their flexibility instead of, because people always think you just want rigidity, but you also want that flexibility so they don't snap. So I can, Mama Al, if you follow me on Instagram, Raven's Nail Bar, if you shoot me a message, I can give you a little list on some natural stuff and like cuticle oil. A cuticle oil a day keeps the doctor away. I'm not even trying to be funny. Cuticle oil is your best friend. Okay, sorry, I'm just almost done taking this picture. This is my safety net if anything goes wrong. At least I have a picture of the beautiful work before something bad happened. But for anybody that's just joining, we actually used pudding gel today from Madam Glam. And pudding gel is like so perfect for ombreing. And we did a really fun recreation set of 323 cherries. Stunning. Stunning! Okay, so without further ado, let's put these bad girls on. I'm just grabbing, as I said, the Gorilla Glue dots. And when I'm just putting them on, like, if I wanted to wear them for the full day, I would use the full strip. But I don't want to. I just want them for pictures. So I am going to cut these in half. I don't know where my dainty scissors are, so we're going to have to use these big scissors. Yes, honey, if you give me a follow on Instagram, I'll send you a whole list of stuff that you can get. Okay, so the reason why I cut these is because these are only going to go on your cuticle. And then if there's anything that comes off of the tip, it should be lower, so that will just add in the adhesion process. I'm also going to grab some cuticle oil because we're going to put that on after, but you have to be so careful because the cuticle oil will also try to make things loosen on you. I've never seen Gorilla Glue dots. What? Okay, I get these at Michael's, and this is how I stick my nails on. And honestly, these things are so strong. They're actually too strong. They ripped I did like a nail decal set, and they totally ripped. Just giving a quick little, they don't really need huge redefinition, but I do want them to be sharp. Now this is a no wipe finish, so you don't have to worry about it being tacky, but you do have to wipe it, like cleanse the nail, which I'll do before I put them on. But this is a really fun way if anybody struggles to do like French nails. This is a really fun way to do a French without all the stress. It's just you have to be prepared for a little bit of repetitive. Like you have to do a couple of the steps over and over again to like truly achieve. I personally think it's worth it because it's a really cool finish. Oh, Joan or Hobby Lobby in America will have them. Thank you so much for saying that, Althea. I don't know all the stores very well in America, but I do know that we have things that cross over. Now, normally if I was doing this on my own nail, I would go back in here with like a bit of top coat to seal, but I don't want this to fully seal because I'm going to use this on my nails. So I'm going to pop it off after. after we take pictures and whatnot. Waste not, want not, right? Okay, so I'm going to take out the beautiful, these are, you guys are getting all of the behind the scenes. These are the really nice lace cuffs that give you really like the Wednesday Addams feel. So they're really fun, and you can just fit them onto for your pictures and stuff. It's very pretty. Just a bit of soft lace for the moment. Okay, so we're gonna stick these on now. So I always go with the natural cuticle. Hi Stella, how are you doing, honey? So I'm always gonna want that to go to like the natural. Don't want to get it too low because we don't want to see it. There we go, that's good. So this is the stuff that I would just turn off the camera and do because it looks so silly, but it works. And the reason why I'm focused on the cuticle is because when you seal them, you'll have it stick so well to that area that it looks like it was always there, like like it's not a press on, but that you did it on your nail. So it's a real fun. Let's do this one. Oh, the other way. And usually the pinky ones are too big, but I usually try to kind of drag it upwards so it can fit on the top part, so it's not all on there. Stella, who is this? So this, I am Raven from Raven's Reviews. I am a review channel, but also what I specialize is in nail art. So I like to review a lot of different polishes and things like that. So happy to meet you. If you follow and put the subscription bell on, you won't miss out. There's tons of fun nail magic that we do. But basically, we slayed this little set here, and we're just about to put it on the phalanges. Okay, so, don't know what that is. I got some paint on my nail from earlier. So again, any area that you see has come over that's like on your skin, just move that because you don't want, that will affect the way your press on will sit. But if you're wanting the press on to stay longer and you're using glue tabs, I would suggest you cover your whole nail. So use that like full glue tab. But I've literally just put it so that it's on there. You know you're getting older when you have a nighttime medication alarm. Okay, well, I'm about to be taking that, but first we got to do these phalanges. Okay, so let's say a small prayer to the nail gods that nothing breaks. I'm going to be very careful. See, even that sound just set me off. That sound sounded like break. That sound does not sound like, oh, I just went on so beautifully. Like, no, that sounds like, okay, all your hard work. See that? That doesn't sound good. That's ASMR for the devil. That sounds like something broke. Don't play with me up in this place. This is why I said this is the part I do not do on camera because I'm just, oh. But nothing happened, but it sounded like it did. That's all that matters. It's scary. This is the true horror story in nails. You work hard and then it breaks and you're just like, game over. This is another one that's scary when you have bling on it. And you, see that? Does that not sound like it broke? Thank God it did not. I just bought these replacement stands too, so. Luckily my wife was smart and she found one that was 10 instead of 5. So if one does break, it's not the end of the world. But I'm not worried about the stand breaking. I'm worried about the nails breaking. The stand can be replaced. The what? The 2 hours and more we just spent? Time's money, baby. Okay, stop! Stop it right now. Okay, let's get a little cuticle. How cute are these? Oh my goodness! I love when a plan comes together. See how far I put it? I'm like, don't you mess up with my adhesion. Okay. Just like a little delicate moment. We don't want it to touch too much because it will start lifting that glue tab. This is like a fast and loose moment. Very scary. I'm so impressed with the fit. Again, I was really scared because I put them very close to my natural nail size, so I didn't have any room for it really to decide that it wants to get smaller. I am so in love, and even though we didn't put the sparkles on, I think this is giving. This is such a beautiful set. And really, it wouldn't have been possible without these. The white pudding gel and the black pudding gel. These are so underrated as a product. The seamlessness of your ombres with it are crazy. And it just can have some stunning nails. And there's so many different shades they have as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, Althea, I don't know if you know, but one of my favorite movies is, or shows, both movie and show, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if you're saying I'm doing nail slaying, I do not mind. That is a very beautiful compliment. So I really hope that you guys liked this design. This was so much fun to create. And if anybody's inspired, please take me and 323 Cherry, because I would love to see your beautiful optical illusion sets. And see, what's really fun is if you kind of go to the side here, or the side, it looks all white, all black. So much fun. Good night, sweetheart. Thank you so much for coming in, and I'll make sure to give you a follow, honey. Let me quickly do the roll call, just so I don't miss anybody that had came in. So that is Mama L, Althea, Lisa from Dana August Nails, Stella Lee, scroll through, Exotics Empire, Boundary Rugwork, Sugared Nails and Eclipse, Priya K's Nails, Mama Does Nails, Gina, Sophia Smith, it was Gina Tomeworm. Oh my goodness, that is just filled with all of my loves. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this very, very fun live. And if you guys have any suggestions of character art or other nail sets you want to see, just tag me. And Lisa, I hope those babies stay asleep. Thank you so much for coming into today's live, honey. I love you guys so much. This Charm Sister, let me get my symbol. This Charm Sister, she is out. I love you guys. Can't wait for the next live. This was all love. Wishing you a fantastic evening. Althea, thank you so much, honey. Let me see if I can get a screenshot. Everybody that was in. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you. I love you right back, Raven. Thank you. Can't wait to see you on the next one, my queens. This nail sissy, she out.